I want to send my best wishes to everyone involved in Send Scotland's Christmas event. At a really difficult time, today's event is a great way of sharing some happiness and joy. So thank you to everyone who has helped to organise this event. I hope you all have a great time, and I hope you have the best possible Christmas and a great 2021. Happy Christmas.
So this is fun, isn't it? Hi everyone, my name's Angela Bonamy and I have the great privilege of being the Executive Director of Send Scotland. I'd love to welcome you tonight to the first and hopefully in the nicest possible way last of our Christmas nights in. Normally at this time of year we're having lots of fun in Touch Base or our various services across Scotland, singing, dancing, humming along to carols, and this year we're doing it slightly differently. We'll have lots of fun, hopefully bring a wee tear to your eye and a wee bit of escapism from everything that's going on at the moment. So let's get this show on the road. It gives me great pleasure to introduce composer and musical director Alan Craig and members of the Springfield Cambridge Festival Chorus.
Look down where he lay. Hello to everyone at Sense Scotland. My name's Chris and I play principal trumpet in the RSNO. The orchestra is delighted to be involved with your virtual Christmas event this year, and we hope that you enjoy reflecting on what has been a memorable year, let's say, for a variety of different reasons. You've all achieved a great deal in what is your 35th anniversary year in such incredibly challenging circumstances. The RSNO looks forward to working with Sense Scotland over the next year. Merry Christmas, and here's to a fantastic 2021.
As many of you will know, Sense Scotland is all about the people that we support, and tonight we're very proud that some of them are going to make a contribution to our very first Christmas night in. Top up your glass, sit back and relax, and enjoy this Christmas classic read by Gerard Simpson.
It was the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by Virginia with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap. When out on the roof there was such a clatter, I sprung from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutter and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the lustre of McDaid to objects below, when what to my wandering eye should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick, more rapid than eagles. His closest they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid and Donna and Pigeon, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all, as dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop, the closest they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too, and then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the planting and pawing of each little hoof, as I drew in my head and was turning around. Down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His drawn little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and ran his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
Many of you will know that Sense Scotland was formed in the 1980s. I'm obviously far too young to remember it, but I'm told that that was the era of leg warmers, shoulder pads and great bands. Some of them are joining us tonight. Time to get on your feet and dance to the Bluebells. After all, we're all young at heart.
Was there only Hello to everybody at Saint Scotland. I just wanted to say I've got huge admiration for everything you're doing, all the support that you're bringing the families throughout the festive period. I know that you're working tirelessly through Christmas and the New Year. It doesn't go unnoticed. My hat is off to you, which is why I'm not wearing a hat at the moment. And I just wanted to wish you and your own families a very happy Christmas and a happy New Year when it comes, and give huge thanks for everything you do. Cheers, have a good one.
Enjoying and making music is a massive part of what we do every day here in Saint Scotland, and it's only possible through our fundraising. This next piece shows the difference that donations make to people's lives. Sit back and enjoy music performed by our own Saint Scotland artists.
We will have Siobhan with a Christmas melody. I'm looking forward to open up my presents. I'm not sure this year I'd like to go for the other people's houses for Christmas or not.
You know, I hope it really brings more people together than it ever did before. You know, I hope that more people will be able to unify through these troubling times, you know, that we're currently in right now. And, you know, hopefully we can show a more sincere society. We're able to relate to so many values and just traces to who we are and what we can truly bring, perhaps even on a more spiritual level.
Hello, all you lovely people of Saint Scotland. I'm really glad to be joining you with this online festivities. It's been a weird year, but there's something about Christmas and this time of year where I think we'll pull it out of the bag and we'll just make it happen. And wherever you are, well, you're not far away in our hearts. And so here's a good Christmas and we'll get the joy happening. And thanks a lot for inviting me, and happy Christmas and a good new year when it comes.
Our next guest is best known as the lead singer of the 80s band Altered Images, and she also had a starring role in my very, very favourite film of all time, Gregory's Girl. Ladies and gentlemen, dance on the edge of the world, it's Clare Grogan.
Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Let me hear you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Beautiful.
Hello, I'm Sanjeev Kohli, and I just want to say a big well done to everyone at Sense Scotland. Nearly at the end of another year, and what a year it's been. Challenging, but we've nearly made it. And look all the stuff you've achieved. You've climbed mountains, run marathons, charity cycles, you've got the Dugs involved. So time to give yourself a big Christmas pat on the back, and hope you have a lovely festive time and look forward to a banging new year. Now obviously Christmas is a bit different this year. I hope you all have access to a cracker, and if you don't, here's my very favourite Christmas joke. You ready? How did Obi-Wan Kenobi know what Luke Skywalker was getting for his Christmas? He felt his presence. Have a lovely Christmas, and well done everyone at Sense Scotland.
We've got loads of talent all across Sense Scotland, and we like to show it off. This next lady loves having a laugh, reciting the Snowball, our very own, all the way from Forfar, Steph Clark.
I built myself a snowman, as perfect as can be. I thought I'd make it as a pet and let it sleep with me. I made it some pyjamas and a pillow for its head. Then that night, it ran away, but first it went to bed.
Hi everybody, not many sleeps to go now to the big day. I hope you're excited and ready to party. It's been some year, but you faced it with your usual style and always with a smile. Just want to say a huge thank you, and I hope you have a very peaceful, joyful, festive period and a very happy new year.
There are certain artists who always remind us of the festive period. If I say Hogmanay, what do you think of? I think of accordions, and I think of Phil Cunningham. He's here tonight performing with his fellow musician, John McCusker.
Hi there, my name is Horse, singer-songwriter. Music is my world, and I know that music is incredibly important to everyone connected with Sense Scotland. Music is the most powerful essence on the planet. I know things are going to be difficult at Christmas, but there will be much joy and laughter, and everyone's going to be thinking of you. Lots of love from me and my favourite Christmas decoration. Merry Christmas.
This This week we launched our first ever Christmas online auction for Sense Scotland, which means you can bid for items from the comfort of your own home. To tell you more about it, please welcome actor, writer and comedian Sanjeev Kohli, although to us he'll always be Naveed from Still Game.
Thank you, Angela. Hello everyone and welcome to my boudoir. I say boudoir, it's my middle daughter's bedroom, but it does have a lovely feature wall, see? Nice, isn't it? I'll put that up. Sanjeev Kohli here, and I'm beyond delighted to be showcasing a number of smashing auction items for you this evening. And we have got everything. We've got original artwork, we've got music memorabilia, we've got hotel experiences, we've got distillery delights. The list is endless. Well, it's not endless because that would be impractical and, well, frankly, impossible. But it is long and it is pure quality. Now, first of all, let me show you how to register and get bidding online. All you have to do is click on the online auction link. The link is also featured on the Sense Scotland Facebook, Twitter and website. Register your name, email address and contact number. It is that simple. And once you've completed those steps, you can start your bidding. You will receive an update if you've been outbid to allow you to increase your bid if you so wish. The online auction is open now and closes on the 31st of December at 9 p.m. That's Hogmanay, by the way, and it's Ben Kingsley's birthday. It's true that, Google it, so it will be easy to remember. And if you are the winning bidder, the team from Bid In will contact you directly to arrange payment and the delivery of your item. So let me walk you through from my seated position some of the auction items up for grabs over the next couple of weeks. First up is Up Your Kilt by Graham McKean. Now this is a belter, this one. With the men's national football team on the way to the Euros next year, this one is definitely worth raising a glass for. McKean's paintings have been featured in numerous exhibitions and more of the UK's leading auction houses. His work has now become highly collectible and is held in prestigious private and public collections worldwide. If you're the top bidder, this framed Z-Clay print will have pride of place in your home well before June 2021. By the way, Z-Clay means it's a fine art digital print made on an inkjet printer. I had to wiki that. Red Coat on the Beach by Gerard Burns. This stunning piece of original artwork was donated by acclaimed artist Gerard Burns, one of Scotland's most famous and respected artists. His growing client base varies from A-list celebs to prominent members of the business communities in the UK, Canada, Europe and the USA. If you have a wall space in mind for this framed original piece, start bidding now. No I in threesome. This framed piece of original artwork has been very kindly donated by one of Sense Scotland's very own artists, Martin McGraw. Now Martin is inspired by graphic art from comic to design. Attending the art and music sessions at Sense Scotland is where Martin finds his inspiration and his friendship. Martin has lost most of his sight and enjoys using technology to express his creativity. We also have other donated works to choose from fellow Sense Scotland artists, Anna Neeson, Mark Niven and Gerard Simpson, all lovely and striking pieces. Now this year Sense Scotland has been celebrating its 35th anniversary, which means that the charity was formed in arguably the greatest music decade of all time. That's right, the 80s. Great times. I was in a band called Hostess Trolley. We appeared on Top of the Pops. I had blue eyeshadow, I was wearing my mum's net curtains, she was raging. Anyway, sadly, Hostess Trolley sank without trace, but tonight, to help celebrate this landmark anniversary, we have bona fide Scottish 80s musical legends performing for us. Now, many have also donated signed memorabilia as part of the online auction. We have items from The Proclaimers, Clare Grogan and Hipsway, and more. So, if you remember the decade of spiral perms, or you live in Airdrie and you are currently sporting a spiral perm with no sense of irony, there must be here an item for you. Justin Currie, signed ukulele and vinyl albums. This is a must for all music fans. A signed ukulele, yes I said ukulele, and collection of vinyl albums from Del Amitri's lead man Justin Currie. Glasgow-born Currie established the band in the early 80s after putting up a sign in a music shop asking for other people who could play instruments to get in touch. He then wisely changed the name of the band from Derek Amitri to Del Amitri, and the rest, of course, is the stuff of musical legend. James Grant is one of this country's finest and most respected singer-songwriter instrumentalists. He did serious international chart damage in the 80s with his band Love and Money. And as a solo artist, he's played or toured with artists as diverse as U2, Nancy Griffith, Tina Turner and B.B. King. He also has a lovely dog I see him out walking with because all of our Scottish icons live near each other and have dinner together. James has donated 2 items, both handwritten lyrics, signed and framed, just for you. Yes, you. Very special this. Winter and Strange Kind of Love. Now this item is a real proper one-off, a beyond bespoke item, donated by Scottish composer and songwriter Phil Cunningham. In fact, you know what? I'm going to hand over to the legend himself to tell you all about it.
Hiya, how are you doing? I'm Phil Cunningham and this is John McCusker. Hello there. We're really delighted to be supporting Sense Scotland tonight. It's a very worthy cause and a great charity. So please give generously. As part of our support for the project, we're going to write a tune and you'll get the right to name it.
That's right, so please give generously. You can name it whatever you want, which is a very exciting prospect.
Yeah, if you want to name it after us, you can.
You can, Phil and John.
Yep.
Yep.
Bill and Ben. Flower Pot Men.
And it'll be a very original piece of music.
Yeah.
I think it'll be something that you've never heard before. In fact, I've got a little idea. Will I run it past you?
Yep. I think it sounds very familiar.
You can name it whatever you want.
Whatever you want. Yeah, there's work to be done. Do you think that was alright?
I think so. I think it went really well. Yeah.
It went really well.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll pay a lot of money for
I think
that?
people buy that for a lot of money, yeah.
Okay.
Thousands.
For anyone who knows our golf, Glen Eagles is the course to play around on. Lovely. You could eat your dinner off those greens. Don't do that though, because you get chased off, as I found to my cost. Now, Glen Eagles boasts 3 superb parkland golf courses, the King's Course and Queen's Course, both designed by the legendary James Braid, and the modern Monarchs Course, designed by Jack Nicklaus. Winning bidder gets to choose where they play. It's golf heaven. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but the world has gone gin daft. And top of the list for my money is the Isle of Harris gin. It is delish. Every drop of the award-winning stuff is distilled in a small copper gin, still known as the Dottach, before being bottled and sealed by hand. Not by robots, by hand. A beautifully designed bottle and glass set captures the elemental nature of the Isle of Harris, while its contents reward the discerning gin drinker with refreshing maritime pleasures. And I think we can all agree that after the year we've had, we could all do with some refreshing maritime pleasures. So what are you waiting for? There's bidding to be done. Seriously, why are you still sitting there? Bid! 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 It's for a good cause.
Thanks, Sanjeev. I mentioned the 80s earlier, and Scottish band The Pastels have enjoyed a long and established career since then. We're delighted that they've joined us for this event tonight, especially as it's our 35th anniversary year.
If you got a message, leave your name and number, and we'll get back to you. Sleep on your back and ash in your shoes, and always use the old sense of the word. The third drink religious, yeah, wandering through the back streets of the world.
hope for, so much hope for, so much hope for. I need hope for, I need
Hello, I'm Clare Grogan and I am simply thrilled to be part of Send Scotland's online auction event. They do amazing work all year round, so please support them now. We need you. Happy Christmas, happy Christmas. Lots of love from Clare Grogan. Big shout out to Send Scotland.
This year has been really difficult for all of us, but in Send Scotland we've had many moments to be thankful for. During the pandemic, we've had funding support to help us face the challenges of coronavirus. Thank you to the Wolfson Foundation, the Lightbody Foundation, the Scottish Government Wellbeing Fund and the Thomas Pocklington Trust.
To everyone at Send Scotland, I'd like to thank you so much for the amazing work that you do. And I'd like to wish you, your families, the generous donors and the incredible people that you care for a peaceful and happy and fun-filled Christmas. Nolik chial gaivula, agus blianava ud nu the hiki.
We're always really busy here at Send Scotland and this year has absolutely been no different. Here's a look back at some of the achievements and successes from 2020, accompanied by our talented colleague Catherine Harrison, Head of Finance by day and fabulous harpist by night. Enjoy.
Well, this year didn't quite turn out the way we expected to, did it? But we've made it this far. We're just about at Christmas, and you are having a Christmas party night, to which you didn't invite me. So I've invited myself. I've brought my own very small bottle of New Zealand Sauvignon. I've brought my Santa hat, and I just popped on to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas. Everybody at Sense Scotland, from your staff to your trustees, to your donors, to your supporters, to all the families that you work with. So have a great time, everybody. You better invite me next year.
Sense Scotland exists to support people to lead a full life and achieve their ambitions, and this next performance absolutely reflects that. It's not Hogmanay yet, but here's Phil Cunningham again with our own Sense Scotland musician Murray Farquharson and their arrangement of The Dark Island. Our staff and the wider Sense Scotland family have been truly fantastic this year. But don't just take my word for it. I'm now going to hand over to a really special key worker who's going to reassure you that none of you are on the naughty list. And I'm really excited about this.
Come in, my friends from Sense Scotland. I'm just finishing off the preparations for the big day. It's so good to have you here with me. I've received a lovely letter from my friends in Sense Scotland telling me all about your Christmas appeal. I hope you get everything you wish for. You well deserve it. It's been a difficult year. It's been a challenging time, but I also hear you've been having lots of fun and lots of celebrations. I believe this is your 35th anniversary and you've been doing great things together. There's people out running and cycling and doing events with their four-legged friends. So I thank you for spreading the joy. And I'd like you to know that I have good news for you this Christmas. Although there might be travel restrictions, they do not apply to Santa Claus. So I look forward to seeing you soon. I ask you to take care of yourselves and spread the Christmas joy. Have a good time and thank you for all the good you're doing. Merry Christmas!
What an incredible evening. If you weren't feeling very festive before, you certainly will be now. Thank you to everyone who has contributed to the special event, to all our performers and artists, to our celebrity supporters, and to everyone who donated an item for our online auction. Remember, this closes on the 31st of December, so get bidding please. A special thanks to Sanjeev Kohli for launching the auction. You did us proud. All that's left to say is thanks to all of you for joining us and being part of the Send Scotland family. Merry Christmas to you all, and here's to a fabulous 2021.
Thanks Santa, and thank you to our chair Angela for drawing the night to a close. I've had a great time, I hope you have too. It's been our first Christmas night in, and hopefully next year we'll be back to having a big Christmas night out. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and good night to all of you. Thank you.